So here it is, folks. I'm getting all emotional. It's the final round of matches for the European 2020 qualifying campaign, and we've got them coming up next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at match number 10 out in the old European 2020 qualifying campaigns, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Euro 2020 related, World Football related. Oh, here. A new roof. That is correct. Yes, it's just about over, done and dusted, but don't go anywhere, folks. Got plenty of Euro 2020 content coming up on the channel, and it will start on either Tuesday or Wednesday. That's right. Yeah, after the final round of games that I've played, I will do maybe a sort of a final review. Just take a look at those 20 teams that have qualified. We'll go over these predictions that we have predicted in the past two or 3 days. That'll give it a bit of closure with that. Also, we'll be starting to do some Euro 2020 squad prediction videos. We're going to start with probably England or Belgium, one of those two teams. I'm going to be working on those over the next day or so to get them ready and rolling. And then we'll do each and every one of the 20 teams squad predictions, both myself, and I'm going to do a separate video as well for what Football Manager 2020 expects the lineups to look at. So make sure you check those suckers out. They'll be coming out thick and fast all the way through to the end of November and into December, I expect. We also have the draw at the back end of November. So plenty of stuff to get excited about. And of course, we've got the playoffs. We'll talk more about the playoffs later. Let's get going and take a little look at the latest round of matches in Groups C. Where else? And D, I think. I don't know what other groups we got. But we started off with Group C. Germany against Belarus. That took place a couple of days back. In fact, last night for me. Ended up as a 4-0 win, boys. And I got this one bang on the flipping nose. They did pretty good this round of matches here. So Germany are up and over the line. They're into the tournament next summer. Northern Ireland were a penalty away. A big missed opportunity there for Northern Ireland to leapfrog the Netherlands into, and they would have flip-flopped, and it could have been game over because, well, I don't know. I don't know if it would have been. I think Netherlands do have a superior goal difference, but either way. In fact, no. I've been told recently that the head-to-head matches count massively. So a big slipped opportunity there for the Northern Ireland. They did only draw against the Dutch. Actually went 3-1 for the Dutchies on this one. So I got that one wrong. Moving over into what group is this now? I think it is Group E, and Azerbaijan against Wales. Big result this for Wales to keep them moving in the right direction. 2-0 on the day. Actually went with a 2-1 win myself. That puts them up to third in the table. It's a straight shot between them and Hungary now for, well, Slovakia could technically get in there if they draw. I don't know what the results are between Slovakia and Hungary, but realistically, it's between those two, I think. In the other sort of battle, Croatia are through, and they are through as group winners after disposing of Slovakia. Big one, this one. 3-1 on the nose, boys. Got this one bang on the flipping nose. Oh, yeah. Smash that one. Smash dot dash dot that one, bad boys. So Croatia are in. They're into the tournament. We'll talk about, again, who has qualified at the back end of this video. Next up, different group. This one, we move over to Group G. What's this group looking like? It is looking done and dusted. It is done and dusted. Slovenia against Latvia, kind of like a booby prize here. 2-0 final score for Slovenia. Unfortunately, will not be going to the tournament. Well, they might be able to squeeze through to the cheeky back door of the playoffs. 2-0 on the day against Latvia. Actually went with a 2-1 win on this one, so not too shabby indeed. Same group, Israel. I've also tumbled down to 5th in the table. They started off so strong in their campaign, but yeah, petered out. Only 11 points on the board against Poland. They did lose 2-1. I was one goal shy. I actually went with a 2-2 draw in this one. Try to give Israel the benefit of the doubt. And finally in this group, Austria against North Macedonia. Big result this one for Austria. They're coming out with the big with the big fat victory. 2-1 in the end over North Macedonia, who finished will finish. Well, they won't finish in 4th, but they're currently in 4th spot. 2-1 for Austria, 3-1 for me. Not too shabby indeed. And then wrap it up. Oh, Scotland. Where was this Scotland at the start of the campaign? Well, they're up to 3rd down the table after a big win over Cyprus. 2-1 in the end. I actually call this one, boys. Bang on the flipping nose. 2-1 for the mighty Scots. They're going to finish 3rd. Well, they should finish 3rd. coming into the last game against Kazakhstan. Bit of a sweet revenge in the end. Russia against Belgium, the big one, this one. 4-1 on the final day. 5 goals in it. I called 5 goals, but I actually went with a 3-2 win for Belgium. So, not too shabby. And San Marino against Kazakhstan. It was a stone cold away win, no questions. San Marino only scored the 1 goal this campaign, and it was in that game. The rest of them were defeats, clean, and no scores whatsoever. So 3-1 for Kazakhstan. I actually predicted a 3-0 win. So let's take a look at what the tables currently look like for these round of nations as they go into the final games. This coming, what day is it going to be? Tuesday. So Germany are through over the line. Northern Ireland need to beat Germany. And hopefully, hope Netherlands lose to Estonia. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, so you would probably put the Dutch in there anyway. Moving on to Group E, Croatia are over the line, and it's pretty much between Hungary and Wales. A draw would see Hungary go through. Wales would go through the back door, well, into the playoffs, I imagine. But then I think that could have a little bit of a domino effect with Slovakia. They could leapfrog Wales into those playoff spots. So we've got to keep an eye on that bad boy. Croatia have played all their games though. That's over. Into Group I, and Belgium and Russia have been there for a while. These games were just sort of exhibitions for them, just to maybe showcase a few more players and all that kind of stuff. Scotland are actually fighting for pride here to try and finish it in third. They've already got their playoffs secured through their Nations League business. And in Group G, I know I went a bit weird about this, but Group G, Poland and Austria are there. Slovenia look to be nailed on for a playoff spot. But anyway, that's currently. But what's going to happen after the next round of matches? Let's take a look at it, folks. So Germany will open up. They'll take on Northern Ireland in their final game. They've played each other 5 times over the years. Go back to 2005. It's been 5 wins for Germany. Earlier in the campaign, it was a 2-0 win for Germany over in Northern Ireland back in September. That was a 2-0 victory. Marcel Halstenberg got the goal and Sergei Gnabry as well. Coming into this, though, the form book suggests Germany have actually won 3 out of the past 4. Northern Ireland haven't won a game in 4, or 3, so they haven't won a game in 3. But prior to that, they were on an unbeaten run of 3 winning games. So it's been disappointing for Northern Ireland. They've been there, but they've been up against 2 of the major nations in world football, not just European football. So it's a little bit hard done, but hopefully they'll have a joyous playoff sort of occasion in March when they duke it out in their group. So I actually need to bring that up to see what the sort of the playoff situation looks like. So bear with me a second while I fire that up and have a little look. So yeah, Northern Ireland, they were in League B and they're currently they have advanced to the playoffs. So they're there, boys. So we can relax a little bit for that. But this one, Germany, I'm actually going to go with a convincing 4-0 win for Germany at home against Northern Ireland. Next up, we have the Netherlands up against Estonia. Now, Estonia have been the chief whipping boys in this group, just the 1 point along the way, and I believe it must have been against, I don't know who it was against. Who was that draw against? Belarus. It was a 0-0 draw in October. They come into this 1 point on the board up against a Netherlands side looking to secure promotion. 1 point would do it for them, but they'll get more than that, folks. They'll get more than that, I'm pretty sure. Now, they played each other a few times going back to 2001. 4 victories for the Dutch, 1 draw. That draw was back in 2013 in Estonia, but this game is over in Holland. So the last time they played over there was a 3-0 win for Estonia. They've also got a 5-0 win under the belt as well. For me, I'm actually going to go with a 3-0 win myself, and that should do it for the Dutchies to get through to the tournament themselves. Next up, we go over to Group E, and it is all on the flipping. I have something to fight for here, guys. We've got something to fight for. Slovakia do have an outside shot of getting into those into the automatics, I think, but I just ultimately I don't think it's going to happen because I think the mathematics doesn't work out for them. But they take on Azerbaijan, who are bottom of the table. 1 point on the board for them. They picked up a draw against. Was it Wales? Was it a slip-up against... That was an expensive slip-up. No, it wasn't. It was not the draw against them. I have no idea who they drew against. No clue. Absolutely no clue. But anyway, regardless, Slovakia are in 4th spot, 10 points on the board. A win for them could see them leapfrog into 2nd spot with 13 points on the board. And they will be relying on Hungary to draw that game. I think that's the only way they could go through. And then maybe the head-to-heads will see Slovakia through, but Azerbaijan are completely out, 100% confirmed. Unless they, do they have a chance at the playoffs? They do not. They do not have a chance at the playoff. The recent record between these two sides have played 3 times over the years, going back to 2001. It's 2 wins for the hosts, that's Slovakia, and 1 win for Azerbaijan. That win for Azerbaijan was back in 2001 in Azerbaijan. Now, the last time they did play in Slovakia was a 3-1 win for the Slovaks. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for me on this one for Slovakia. They're legit. And that will put the pressure on the next game. Wales against Hungary. A draw could give them an outside shot. But Wales, on the flip side, they need a win to leapfrog. A draw is not good enough. Wales need a win. Hungary need a draw, need a win as well to realistically confirm their spot. And don't bring any complicated mathematics into the occasion. So they've played each other, Wales and Hungary, a couple of times over the years. Go back to 1958. Holy shnikes. 3 wins for Wales, 1 win for Hungary, and 1 draw. Earlier in the campaign, it was a 1-0 win for Hungary, but the last time they did play in Wales was a 2-0 win for the Welsh. Why? They don't say why, but, Craig Bellamy with a daily double on that day. In fact, the previous time they played in Wales was back in 1958 as well. It was a 2-1 win for the Welsh. Coming into this, Wales have unbeaten in 4. Hungary, on the flip side, sits second. 2 defeats at the past 3, so not great form for Hungary. And it's all on the flipping line. For me, I'm actually going to go with the Welsh boys on this one. Big win. They'll rise above the occasion and they'll smack, not like the Wales of old, where they'll just fold. These bad boys will come up it and bring their A games and win it 3-1. I've got a little stat here. There have been under 2.5 goals scored in Wales' last 3 games. So goals are not their strong suit, but I think they'll find their rhythm in this one. Moving over to Group G, and we have North Macedonia up against Israel. Now, it's just for pride here. North Macedonia, where are they situating in the old playoff hunt? They have secured themselves a playoff spot, so they're in the thick of things. They don't need to worry about it. Israel, on the flip side, outside shot of getting themselves advanced to playoffs. I'm not entirely sure if they've nailed on a playoff spot. But anyway, they come into this. They played North Macedonia 6 times over the past 17 years. 4 wins for Israel, 1 win for North Macedonia, and 1 draw. Earlier in the campaign, over in Israel, this ended up as a 1-1 draw. And the last time they played over in Macedonia, back in 2016, it was a 2-1 win for Israel. So the only time, was it the only time? The only time North Macedonia picked up a victory was back in 2017 in the away leg in Israel. It was a 1-0 win. Heading into this, North Macedonia sit in 4th spot. A win for them could jump into 3rd. But a huge goal swing will do that. Israel, on the flip side, they are in 5th. And again, a win for them could see them rise to 3rd. Again, huge goal swing needed for that to happen. For me, I'm actually going to go with Israel on this one. 2-1 win away from home to put them up to 14 points. Wrapping up this group. No, it's not. It's got a couple more games in this group. We just started this group. What am I talking about? Latvia up against Austria. Let's take a look at those bad boys. Now, they played each other just a couple of times over the past 14 years. 1 win for Latvia, 2 wins for Austria. Last time out in this campaign was a 6-0 win for Austria in Austria. But the last time they played over in fact, they've never played in Latvia. So yeah, but there was a penalty victory for Latvia back in 2005. It was a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes in Austria. But Latvia came out on top with the grand scheme of things. Austria coming to this, they're already through, 19 points on the board, 3 wins out of 3 for them, up against a Latvia side who are bottom, 9 defeats out of 9, just 2 goals scored as well. They are the chief whipping boys. I thought they used to be average. They used to be an average team, but they look absolutely woeful in this group. 0 points. In fact, I'm also looking to do videos on looking back at my original predictions that have been out there since like March last year or something. So we'll look at those and see what I expected from Latvia. Because when this is a kind of a wake-up call for me, thinking, holy cow, Latvia are that bad. They are that bad. Just scoring 2 goals along the way. But anyway, they're not the uber whooping boys, but they are pretty woeful in the grand scheme of things. Anyhow, easy win here for Austria. I'm actually going to go with, when I say easy, I'm going with a 1-0 win. Just the 1 goal. They don't need to break the bank. They're through already. Poland up against Slovenia. Obviously, Poland are runaway leaders in this group. 22 points on the board. They're already through. They've been through for a while. Just the 1 blip on their record. That was a defeat back in against Slovenia. So you know what? They might have a bit of a psychological edge on that. It was back in September. It was a 2-0 defeat. Previous records, we just mentioned the last one. Prior to that, only 1 win for Poland at the past 5 games, 2 draws and 2 wins for Slovenia. So yes, they may have a mental block on them. The only victory for Poland was back in 2004 in February. It looks like it was a friendly. Do we know the goal scorers? Are they familiar? Milia and Idilzan. Yeah, that's those guys. Those guys. Everybody remembers those guys. Anyway, coming into this, Slovenia, what's their record? They've actually 2 defeats at the past 3, but prior to that, 3 wins on the spin. They're a little bit unfortunate, I think, Slovenia. They're a decent side, and they've just been paired with 2 more powerful nations in Austria and Poland. So we may see them resurface or resurge in the old playoffs. I'm taking a look at it right now. Slovenia, where are you, sons of guns? Slovenia took. No, they're done. They're done. They're toast. They're out of it. But I'm going to give this one a 3-1 win for Poland in the end. We are now to the final group of the final batch of matches. Belgium up against Cyprus. They played each other 5 times over the years back to 2015. 5 wins for Belgium. Piece of piss. They haven't even conceded a goal against Cyprus. So that's how easy it's been. Earlier in the campaign, they did beat Cyprus 2-0. And the last time they played over in Belgium was a 4-0 win back in 2017 in the World Cup qualifying campaign. It was a Hazard day. Eden Hazard got himself a couple. Thorgan got himself a goal as well. And Lukaku got himself the other. Belgium runaway leaders, 100% record, only 2 goals conceded so far. I think, did they concede against Russia? And they did concede 1 against Russia recently. Cyprus on the flip side, they've done okay, and they still have an outside shot of 3rd spot, but realistically, they ain't going to get it because they're not going to beat Belgium. That's the only thing. Coming into this, 2 defeats on the spin for Cyprus. Prior to that, 3 games unbeaten. So yeah, it's a shame. I'm a bit surprised with Cyprus's form, but realistically, they never had a shot at getting through this group. 4-0 win for me, quite a convincing one in the end. Another chief whipping boy of European football, San Marino, take on Russia. Now, the only previous encounter between these 2 nations was earlier in the campaign, and that was a 9-0 demolition by Russia. Big statement of intent. I'm not going to go over the goal scorers because I'll absolutely butcher their names. Russia sits second at the table, cannot be caught. They're through. They've been through for a while. They'll be in the Euro 2020 next summer. We're not doing that. We're doing flipping heck. I'm talking about San Marino. Holy smokes. We're talking about Scotland. Yes. That's the game with all that matters. Scotland against Kazakhstan, and the previous encounter was that embarrassing defeat over in Kazakhstan. It was a 3-0 collapse. 2 early goals by the Kazakhstanis to put Scotland on the back foot. They finished it off with the 3rd in the second half. That was a major highlight for Kazakhstan, a major low point for Scotland. In fact, it cost Matey Boy his job in the end because I think they played them, then they played San Marino, and it was just a shitty performance. And then whatever his name was, I can't remember his name. He was that blur of a manager. I'm very happy with Clark being in charge of Scotland. I think they're going to go in the right direction eventually. This was always going to be a tough old order. They have the playoffs, and taking a look at their playoff situation, they will have to take on Norway. It's going to be tough, but I think they've got an outside shot, and I'd like to see them get through to the tournament next summer. It'll be a good boost for Scottish football overall. But anyway, they take on Kazakhstan. They're looking for a bit of sweet revenge, and they're going to get it. They're going to get it, boys and girls. They're going to demolish them. 3-1, a bit of a repeat perhaps, but Kazakhstan will get a goal to a consolation goal. And then wrapping up is San Marino against Russia. They played previously 9-0. Russia pissed all over them, and they're going to piss all over them again. And it's going to be 5-0 at San Marino, and that will push them. Will keep them in second spot. They were always going to be in second spot. They were never going to catch the Belgians. But anyway, folks, that's my predictions. And if my predictions were to come true, this is what the tables would look like as we exit the Euro 2020. Germany and Netherlands would go through. We already knew that. Well, we mostly know that anyway. And Croatia will go through alongside Wales in their group, Austria and Slovakia. Poland and Austria, we already knew about that. And we also knew about Belgium and Russia. They would go through. And yes, the playoff situations is a tricky beast. And we'll find, or hope by the end of whatever day this is, the 18th. Is it the 18th? By the end of Tuesday, I think we'll know the playoff situations. Who goes through, who's in what group, who's going to be playing who, and when the games are going to take place. It's all going to find out then, and then at the end of the November 30th, we'll know who's in whose group, that sort of stuff. But as it stands, Iceland have got themselves a playoff spot confirmed. Bosnia have got themselves confirmed. Northern Ireland are confirmed as well. Scotland, Norway, Bulgaria, Israel, Romania, Georgia, North Macedonia, Kosovo and Belarus, they have all secured playoff berths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which means 4, 8. Another 4 spots are up for grabs. And that includes Wales, Slovakia in that hunt, Republic of Ireland are in that hunt. Yeah, so in fact, we kind of know the majority of stuff. Portugal and Switzerland are potentially playoff bound. Denmark playoff bound could be Wales, Slovakia, Republic of Ireland, Serbia, Hungary. Those are the nations still in the mix for playoff opportunities. Anyway, folks, get your predictions in nice and early for these random matches that take place on Tuesday. Tuesday the what? Come on, tell me what day it is. Tuesday the what, folks? What day? What day are these games taking place? They're taking place on Tuesday, you sons of guns. When on Tuesday? It's Tuesday the flipping 19th. Tuesday the 19th. These games take place on Tuesday 19th. So after that, from Wednesday onwards, we got a whole new set of videos for Euro 2020 to get excited about the major tournament in next summer. Hopefully you can look forward to that. Make sure you give this video some loving. Smash that thumbs up. Smash the subscribe. I'm quite getting emotional because we've been looking at this for a long time now, but it's getting close to the real deal. But hey, let's think about this. Think about this. Once this is done and dusted, the World Cup qualifying campaign begins. Boys and girls, we've got plenty of prediction videos coming on the channel in the near future. Until I see you again, make sure you smash the loving, smash the subscribe. I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.